Say action.
All right. Hi, guys. Thank you all for coming. My name's Sheena. I'm a graduate student at Lindsey Wilson College. We're here today for a group to kind of talk about managing your anxiety using visualization. I do want to let you know we're going to be doing this. Anything that's said in here, because we're talking about anxiety and things that stress us and stuff, anything said stays here. If you want to discuss kind of what we talk about with someone outside the group, you can discuss what happened with you. Just don't mention with anyone else, of course. During the whole thing, as long as we remain respectful to one another and calm, that's kind of how we're going to keep it. We won't, go from there. So we don't want to raise anyone's stress levels here. We want to kind of keep calm, right? To begin, let's go ahead and go around and tell everyone your name. And then also, I want you to let us know on a scale of 1 to 10 where your average anxiety level kind of stands. Okay, you want to start?
Yeah, my name's John, and mine kind of stays about a 7.
Okay, about 7. How about you?
My name's Charlotte. Mine's probably about a 3.
Okay, so 3 for Charlotte. And you?
Jay, mine's about a 3.
A 3 for Jay also. And you?
I'm Winnie, and mine's at about an 8.
Winnie's at 8. Well, see, we have 2 that are a couple higher, 2 are a couple lower. That's great. Everybody's different. Those can always fluctuate. And this is one of those things that you can use whether it's really high or really low. Now, when we start to feel more anxious, typically there's some type of trigger that kind of triggers it off for us. What kind of triggers do you guys kind of have that kind of increase your anxiety level? Whitney, what about you? What's like one of your triggers?
My spouse, my family,
Your
my
spouse
kids.
and family, yes. So just life in general
Yeah.
going on. Yeah, absolutely. It can be very, very stressful.
Yes.
Yeah. Jay, do you have any particular triggers?
More.
Work. Yes, work can be stressful. You got to keep the boss happy, right? Charlotte, how about you?
Mine would be rushed.
Being
Well,
rushed. Yeah. Being rushed, you got to go. You got to get off the door. That's it. Absolutely. John, how about you?
I was wanting to become a professional snowboarder, and then that's kind of falling through, and so that makes me really stressed out.
So not being able to reach your,
Yeah.
ambition of what you had and your goals and things like that. Yeah, that absolutely could be stressful. So, kind of life is getting everyone down, work, being rushed, hurry. It can get really hectic, can get really bad for some people a lot of times. The good thing is visualization is something that you could do anywhere at any time. You don't need anything. You don't have to have anyone else. You're just there, you do it. So kind of the basic way it works, and we're just kind of entry level with it. You're going to kind of just envision a place, sitting there, what's going on around you, nothing else happening around you. You're zoning it all out. You're in that one place that you're visualizing, okay? As you get better, you'll pick up other things to help visualize. As you move on, you'll learn other things to do to help you focus more, things like that. But this is kind of just an entry-level introduction to it. So think of it as a way of getting away from whatever's going on the outside, that you're just focusing on you and focusing on yourself. Now, with that being said, there's different places you could do. So what I'd like to do is have you guys partner off and tell your partner tell your partner a place where you feel peaceful and 2 reasons why it is peaceful. Okay? And then when we come back, you'll tell us what your partner said, all right? All right, go ahead.
All right. Where do you feel peaceful?
Out on the porch.
Okay, and 2 reasons why.
2 reasons why. Well, that's 2 reasons why I'm on the porch. Let's see. Just to cool off and just to enjoy the day.
Okay. I feel really calm if I'm stressed out and I lay in a hot bath because I'm by myself and nobody's around me and it's quiet and peaceful.
That's a good place.
Oh, you guys are all ready? Okay, well, let's come on back. Whitney, what did Jay say was his kind of peaceful place?
When he's in the woods.
In the woods. Well, why is that?
Because he's by himself and he gets to do what he wants.
Right? Well, it's shutting off that outside world, which is really what visualization is. And it's a good thing because you associate the woods with that peaceful disconnect from everything else. So that's a really good place to kind of see. What did Whitney say was her kind of peaceful place, Jay?
She's cleaning because
When
she
you
needs
clean
to
it.
go. She gets to do what she wants.
peaceful.
right? And you're keeping busy, and it's just
Yeah.
you're there, you're focused on one task at hand, right?
Mm-hmm.
Completely understand what you're doing, you're busy, cutting
know
off that
what's
outside
happening.
world. Yeah, absolutely. Charlotte, what did John say was his kind of peaceful place?
In the bath,
In the bathtub.
Yeah.
Okay.
because it's just very relaxing and peaceful,
Right.
calm place.
Yeah. You're there by yourself. It's calming. It's quiet. Once again, it kind of goes back to you're having that disconnect from everything going on the outside to that quiet place. So that may be a good place for you to kind of envision yourself as well. John, what did Charlotte say was her peaceful
She
place?
said sitting on the porch,
Okay. Now, why was that?
because it's a place where she cools off, and sometimes it's just a nice day out there.
Right. You go out there, you enjoy it, you're focusing on the beauty kind of in the world rather than all the stress that's going on. And those are really good places. Those may be places that you kind of envision yourself being when you're doing it. Now for us, I'm going to use the example of a library, strictly because everybody's been to a library. You can envision yourself in a library that you know, one that you've made up in your head, whatever you want it to be, but just everyone's been there, so that's why we're using this. It may not be a good example for everyone, and that's okay, but go ahead and we'll try it anyways, okay? If you guys will close your eyes, I'll kind of get you going with that. All right, everyone, I want you to look at your library. You're sitting in a chair looking around. Everything's peaceful and empty. There's books around, no noise. The light is soft and calming and dim. You're at peace, you're relaxed, not worrying about anything. Okay, guys, open your eyes back out. Now, like I said, that's just bare minimum right there. See, you get in that place and you start to do it. I want to know too, if although it was short, so it is kind of hard to judge. But even with that, did you guys kind of get any feeling from that? Kind of like, oh, well, maybe not. John, did you kind of draw any feeling from that?
Yeah, it was kind of relaxing. I was alone and by myself, and that was nice. So.
Right. Well, that's really good. So see, that's something that like you go ahead and kind of get that disconnect going on with yourself. Charlotte, how about you? How did you feel?
I enjoy going to the library and sitting and thinking that I'm going to pick out the books that I enjoy reading, where I can sit at home and enjoy and read them.
Absolutely. Yes, I'm a reader too, and that's something that you do for enjoyment and probably to maybe potentially calm yourself down and everything too. So you're there, not only are you relaxing, but you're also looking forward to something that's going to happen when you go pick that book to get to take home. Jay, how about you? How did you feel?
More bored than.
Bored? Okay.
I'm not a big reader.
Well, that's okay. Like I said, it doesn't necessarily work for everyone, and that's fine. It's good that you kind of notice that. But that's, that's kind of what you drew from it and what you felt, and that's really good. Whitney, how about you? How did you feel?
It gave me a lot of anxiety. I want to know why I'm in the library by myself and there's no one else there.
Right. Now, this technique may not always be the best for everyone. So it may be one of those things that you want to look at using a different technique rather than visualization. Because you don't want to be alone, you don't want to cut yourself completely off, but you want to find that comfort zone. You may have someone around you that you pull in to make you comfortable in things too. And that's perfectly alright. This is just one of those things that it's an option out there. There's tons of other things that you can do. So don't get discouraged with it. It may not work for you, but that's perfectly alright. There's other things that you can go on and find out about.
Okay.
Now with that, we all kind of had that feeling of each completely different. That's good. Do you see yourself using it at some point in your life or in your daily life and things like that? Whitney, how about you?
Not unless I can find a place that's actually calming for me.
Yes. Well, and that's, part of self-discovery, kind of finding that. And it can be hard to do, but if you find that place, then you could really utilize this technique and focus on that and calm yourself. So that is really good, and that's a good point, kind of finding that place where it works for you.
Yeah.
Jay, how about you?
No, I like to deal with things as they're happening, not.
All right. Yeah, you don't want to have that disconnect. You just want to go head on and get it done. And that's perfectly all right. Like I said, everybody's different. It's just one of the options. John, how about you?
Maybe if I found out a little bit more about it, I might use it.
Right. And like I said, this is just very, very basic, kind of introducing you to it. We've not really got into really how to envision everything and going into it and pulling yourself away from the outside world. This is just kind of like, hey, this is here. You can learn more about it. And I've got resources and things like that that you can look at and go on and find out more about it as well too. So that would be something that you may want to look into. Charlotte, how about you? Do you think you could see yourself using it?
Yeah, I do, because I can sit and just maybe more or less daydream.
Yeah.
Things that I'd like to do and everything, like I'm thinking about taking a trip.
Right.
So I can visualize myself doing
Perfect. Yeah.
planning my trip.
That's right. You know, you just sit there. You're not worried about anything else going on. You're just thinking about you, what you're gonna do, focus about you, and like just kind of cut out the outside world. And that's really good. So we kind of saw how it kind of could work for people, how it kind of couldn't, how maybe you want to find out more about it, and that's great. Like I said, this is basic level. Just kind of like, hey, this is here. This is a technique you can use. There are lots and lots of resources. You can go on YouTube. There's videos that walk you through it, that say to do this, to breathe, to talk you through. So John, that may be something you look at. There's books, there's articles and everything to kind of go more in depth and explain it to you and can help you do it in the long run. There could be things that could help you, like think of different places, like, oh, let me try this place, and that could be something too.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Jay, with you said you didn't really see it working, and that's perfectly all right. There's other techniques that we could look into to helping you, you know, kind of calm that anxiety level down. Do you guys have any questions for me though?
No.
Okay, that's perfectly all right. Now, like I said, if you do end up having any questions or anything, you can come to me. I can get you resources or direct you to someone else that can kind of go ahead and help you. So with that, we're kind of here at the end. I want to go ahead and see if you guys kind of drew anything else from this. It may not be necessarily the visualization itself, but did you, like, it made you think like, hey, okay, this might not work, but something else could. Did you guys kind of draw anything else from it that maybe not related to this? Jay, you're shaking your head yes. What was that? To share? You're fine.
Try something different.
To try something different, yeah. And that's, you know, that is great. That's 100% right. You know, it's not necessarily related to that, but it's outside of it. Did anybody else kind of think of anything else?
Well, it made me think about that I never thought about doing it before.
Right. Well, yeah, introducing you to something new.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. And, that, you know, that's kind of what we're here for. Like I said, basic level, introducing it, it gives you something to be like, maybe this is something I should pursue. Maybe this is something I should look into. You know, now you know it is an option of something that's out there. So that's really good too. You guys have all done great. I thank you so much for doing it. Like I said, if you need any assistance or resources or anything, you can let me know. Otherwise, our group is going to go ahead and end, guys. All right? You guys have a good evening. Thank you.
Thank you.